welcome back to the studio. It's been a minute. I painted this Tom Holland Spider-Man, and if you would like to see how I did that, stick around, because I'm going to show you. Let's get into it. Jumping right in with some priming, I like to use this Vallejo primer. And before I do that, I noticed there was some debris on the model here, so I gave it a quick little scrub. And then I loaded it up with primer and gave it the business. With the priming done, let's get some colors on. I'm going to start with this burnt umber to base coat the plinth. I'm going to use this off-white from Vallejo to give the smoke bomb cloud first just kind of a general sort of gray, overall kind of gray, and then I'm going to go in and hit the volumes of the smoke to give them a little more contrast and make them feel a little more voluminous. And then of course I need to base coat the traffic cone while I had my airbrush full of white, and the spots on Spider-Man that are going to be red have to be base coated white first as well, so I just got all this in while I had my airbrush loaded. For Spidey's suit, I'm going to use this Dragon Red from Army Painter. It's on the cooler side of the red, and it looks really good with the black. As my friend LT likes to say, let's keep it moving and get some clear orange from Vallejo on this traffic cone. For the Goblin Bomb, I'm going to use this pearlized orange from Createx, and I'm going to thin it with some airbrush thinner because it is a very thick paint, but it is nice. All right, let's get some of this Vallejo black wash on the base here. I'm going to go ahead and start adding some weathering effects to the newspaper. Want to give it some kind of stains and just kind of variation in the light dark saturation here at this point. I'm going to be going back in with another dry brush to kind of lighten it back up, but this will give it some age and some weathering. I'm also going to weather the traffic cone here. Want it to look pretty gnarly, pretty nasty. It's been ran over a couple times and it's had a hard life of a traffic cone. Going back to work on the Goblin Bomb, I'm going to use this cold white from Vallejo to paint in the sort of center lens here and the inset portions of the model where the glow, the green glow kind of comes from down in those recesses. I first have to get those base coated with white. And while that's drying, I'm going to throw some brown sand into a dry brush and get this base dry brushed and looking a little more muddy. The final step is to add some sand. It's ivory sand. It's just basically a light, very light brown tan to the highest spots. Like I said, I didn't really know what these kind of rocky things were, so just kind of kept them kind of nebulous here and added a few high spots to contrast the lows, but overall I'm happy with how this base turned out. Next I'm going to use this deck tan from Vallejo to dry brush the newspaper and just kind of give it that warm newspaper gray kind of look. I really like this Army Painter matte black. It spreads really nicely, it covers evenly. Yeah, I'm using it here on this plinth on the edge here, and then going to work on Spidey's suit, starting at the soles of his feet and working my way up. I noticed when I got up to his forearms that there was an inset panel in his gauntlets that I missed the first go around, so I had to base coat that in Vallejo Cold White before I could hit it with the Dragon Red. While I had the Cold White out, I went ahead and started to work on his lenses on his eyes. It's always my favorite part of Spider-Man, or his mask, goggles. I just always thought that was cool ever since I was a kid. I just loved to draw them. I loved to color them, and now here I am painting them, and I still love them. Alright, time to work on these spider arms with this Turbo Dork Cool Ranch. And first I need to check some reference material. Let me make sure I get the design of these little tentacle arms correct. But these Turbo Dork paints are they're pretty fun. I really like how easily they brushed on. The manufacturer does recommend to thin them with a medium instead of a thinner. So for this Turbo Dork Bullion, the gold, I also thinned it with medium, as well as a little flow improver to get it through the airbrush. It spreads evenly and nicely coats both with the brush and with an airbrush. I was happy with the application in both ways. It's got really good coverage, and it's got a nice luster to it. Picking the masking putty out of these little spaces here was not fun. I'm not going to make you watch this. Let's do some shading on Spidey. I'm going to use this Vallejo black wash. I really like using black wash for shadows and shading on my statues. Just kind of shoot it from the bottom up, just kind of get a nice kind of darker kind of undercoat and some gradients, and then going in around his abs and his, the low spots in his chest and shoulders and neck. It just kind of starts to bring out the, the highlights and the high spots in the suit. Now for the kind of trim areas here, I'm going to use that Turbo Dork Bullion. The Bullion? The Bullion. I know one's just like made of chicken. But anyway, this the gold from Turbo Dork is really, really nice after you get a couple coats on it. And it really just makes the gold and the black really pop. This is a really nice suit design. I was kind of on the fence about it at first. I didn't know if I liked it, but man, after I got that second coat of gold on there, it really sold me on it. So I was happy with it. All right, let's do some panel lining. I'm going to use this Tamiya panel liner. And I just picked up this new tool. I'm not going to try to pronounce the manufacturer's name, but it is a fountain pen tip panel liner pen thing. It's really, really nice. It's got a nice heavy aluminum shaft, nice kind of screw top. It's got a good weight to it. The pen tip itself is like I said, it's like a fountain tip, so it's kind of split on one end. It holds a lot of panel liner, which is really, really nice. And it's just really, really small. Like you can really get down into those little tiny details. I started with the newspaper, just kind of warm up and practice with it. But I mean, it made doing the lines on his suit so much easier. I can't even really fully express how much better this experience was using this pen, this fountain tip pen, fountain pen tipped panel liner thing. Yeah, I mean, it's the penance that anyone that 3D prints and paints a Spider-Man has to pay, is doing the suit lines. And sometimes they're raised, sometimes they're, recessed like here. And yeah, it would have been impossible to do these without this pin. And it really reminded me of, when I was a kid and I would doodle Spider-Man and have to go in and draw all the lines in his suit. And it really kind of brought me back to those times. And yeah, it was a fun experience. So highly recommend picking this up. I will put a link to it in the video description. It's not expensive. I think it was like $15 or something like that. The pin nib kind of comes out and it makes it really, really easy to clean. Overall, just MVP product of the project for sure. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. I'm mad at myself that I didn't get one sooner. So pick one up. And while I had the panel liner out, I went ahead and hit the spider arms to help the metal have a little separation in there. It's a little super shiny, so the darkness will help, break things up. And I almost forgot about the Goblin Bomb. Let's go in here with some cold white from Vallejo on the center lens area before I hit it with the Tesseract Glow from Citadel, which will give it that iconic fluorescent green glow that the Goblin Bomb is known for. And the final step of the project is to add this Vallejo Premium Gloss Varnish to the Goblin Bomb and to the trim of the spider suit. And with the nice heavy coat of varnish on his lenses, I think we are ready to move on to assembly. And that's my Spiderman. Thanks for sticking around here to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out the other videos on my channel. Hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when I am online painting. And hit a like button too. And while you're at it, if you have one of those hype buttons, hit that hype button. Just hit all the buttons. I would appreciate it. And if you want to leave some words in the comment box below, that's good for the robots too. And anyway, as always, until next time, take it easy.